Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's live webinar presented by CyberLink and Li. We all know that facial recognition has been the most popular application in the past 5 years, especially in the IoT applications. And among all the application, security and surveillance is the category which gets most value and most deployment. So today we are very happy to invite both Li and CyberLink to introduce our solutions and let you guys know that how we enable facial recognition on IoT and AIoT applications, especially in the security scenarios. So before we start, I would like to go through today's agenda. So today's agenda will be in 3 parts. The first part will be CyberLink presenting our facial recognition solution. We are having a facial recognition engine called FaceMe. So we will give you a walkthrough of what it is and how it works and how we help IoT applications to enable facial recognition in different scenarios. And the second part will be presented by Li to talk about Li's security and surveillance solutions, as well as how they utilize CyberLink's facial recognition technology in their solutions. And the last part, we'll have 5 minutes of live Q&A so that you can raise your questions. So right now you're using CyberLink's webinar to watch the live cast. So in your right-hand side, you can see a chat window where if you're having any questions, you can raise your questions there. And we are having the online supporters from both CyberLink and Li to answer you online. And we will also pick the top questions at the Q&A section to get your questions answered. So first of all, I would like to introduce the speakers of today. So myself, I'm Steven. I'm the marketing director of CyberLink. And today I'm also having Michael, who is a product manager for FaceMe product line. So he will join us in the live Q&A session. Hello, Michael.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michael from Product Management Department. So I'm in charge of the product planning for the FaceMe product lines.
Okay, thank you, Michael. And next, we will introduce Li's product manager, Alun. Hello, Alun.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alun. I'm from Li Taiwan. Nice to meet you. And I'm in charge of product manager for Li Taiwan.
Okay, thank you, Alun. All right, so let's start today's live webinar. So the first part, I will give you an introduction of CyberLink's FaceMe facial recognition technology. Okay, so before we start, I want to give you a quick introduction of who we are. So we are from CyberLink, and our company is founded in 1996, and we're having our headquarters in Taipei, in Taiwan. And also, we are having branches in US, in Japan, and Europe. And most people know us as the Power DVD company. I think all of you, if you're a PC user, you're more or less using Power DVD in the past or still using right now. Additionally, we're also having Power Director, which is a video editing software that help users to create cool videos on either Windows PC or smartphones. And also, we're having the unified communication solution, which is called U. So we're having U Meeting, which is a video meeting service, and U Webinar is a live casting service for corporates to host webinars. So right now, we are using U Webinar to do the live cast. And last part is that FaceMe. So we are also very experienced in the AI technology. So FaceMe is the new product in our product lineup that we are one of the best facial recognition engine in the world. So FaceMe in a glance that it's highly accurate. So we are providing 99.7% of accuracy rate in different scenarios. And additionally, it's been optimized for different platforms and operation systems. So it can be Windows, Android, iOS, or Linux. And we're supporting many different distributions of Linux like Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, etc. And lastly, that when we're talking about facial recognition today, most of the deployment we're seeing either it's a cloud connected or it's running on the edge. So our engine is designed to serve the needs for both edge devices and the server deployment. So it will depend on that how users using our engine to deploy. So it can be a hybrid architecture, like some of the facial recognition and extraction at the edge device part, while in the cloud server, there's a huge people database to map the faces, to match the faces. Okay, and when we're talking about that, we are one of the best facial recognition in the world. That let me share with you this number. So this is a benchmark from NIST, National Institute of Standard and Technology in US. So this is most credible and most important facial recognition benchmark and contest among the world. So in the latest benchmark report released by May 2020, that CyberLink FaceMe's number is actually quite good. There are several different categories. The first one is called Visa. So Visa, meaning that your face is staring right to the camera, like on your Visa or on your ID card, that kind of photo. So the recognition rate, we can reach to 99.7%. And the second one is a Visa in the in 1 million, the false recognition rate that we are also reaching a 98.95%. And the last one we are seeing here is called wild test. So wild test is another extreme case that usually the image of faces are captured from surveillance cameras, that it comes with many different like a different type of situation, like a face is being covered, etc. So in the wild test, we can reach to 96.88% of accuracy rate. So among all the vendors underneath FRVT facial recognition vendor test competition, that we are ranked as number 16 globally. And when excluding Chinese or Russian vendors, we're ranked as a number 5 in the world. So that's meaning that our facial recognition is really good in the rate of recognition. So here, let me share with you one quick example why is NIST wild test is very important. So at the top left side, you can see the Visa photo. So it's like the photo on your ID card, while the wild photo, meaning that it's captured randomly from the surveillance camera. So in the wild photo, there are several different situations, like their faces might be partially being covered, or their faces are in extreme facial poses, like a head down. And additionally, some of the photos or some of the video might be captured in a poor lighting condition or with very strong backlighting. So that kind of test is very extreme in the facial recognition test. So as you can see that in the wild test number, we are still having 96.88% of accuracy rate. That meaning is very valuable for the surveillance type of applications. And the CyberLink FaceMe facial recognition engine comes with following 6 major features. So the first one is called a face detection, meaning a person walking to a camera, then our AI engine can recognize it's a person. And secondly, it's the face recognition. So when you walk into the camera, the AI engine will extract your facial template, meaning how AI think you look like. So this facial template is a digitized number that is non-reversible back to the photo. But with this facial facial template number that it can map with, like for example, 1 million faces in the database, and match which one is most close to the person standing in front of the camera, and verify its identity. So that's the logic of how facial recognition works. And thirdly, it's called facial attributes. So our FaceMe engine can extract several different facial attributes like age, gender, or emotions. For example, the engine can tell if a person is happy or sad or angry or surprised. And the fourth part is called image processing. So as I explained earlier, that CyberLink, we are the expert, very, very experienced in the multimedia technology. So this is a technology from our PowerDD product line, which is called True Theater. It's helping to do image pre-processing, like increasing the resolution or remove the noise and backlighting on the image. So the video being recognized will be pre-processed by the True Theater engine, which can enhance the accuracy rate by yet another 11.65%, which is pretty nice. And the fifth part is called anti-spoofing. So we know that right now there are many people trying to use like photos or video of people to attack the facial recognition system. So FaceMe engine provide two methodologies. One is called 3D anti-spoofing, which is using a 3D depth sensing camera to verify if it's a real or fake person. And secondly is that we are supporting the 2D camera, that even using a 2D camera without the depth information, we can use AI technology to recognize whether it's a real or fake person. And last part is very important, especially for today when the world is under the threat of COVID-19. So in most public spaces, we need to wear a mask to enter a public space. So our engine had recently updated the feature called the mask detection to detect whether a person is wearing a mask or not. And additionally, that wearing mask is always creating problem for facial recognition because there's not sufficient facial features for the engine to recognize. So we are having the facial recognition engine FaceMe being trained with additional photos and videos with mask so that it can recognize a person even when wearing mask. And the accuracy rate is actually quite good, that we can provide up to 95% of accuracy rate when people is wearing a mask. So next, I'll share with you a quick example of what FaceMe SDK can do. So in this demo video, you'll see that when the camera recognizes a person walking to the camera, then it will mark the face part, means it detects a face. Then I can tag this person with a name, so it's the person's first visit. And a few minutes later, the person walking again, then I can recognize it's the second visit. Okay, and additionally, we can also do things like extract the genders and the age and verify what's their facial expression, whether they are sad or they are angry or they are surprised. Okay, so this kind of application can be used in scenarios like in the retail space. We can know that who are the people walking to my retail shop, what's their age, what's the gender attribution, and how they feel overall in my store. And next is the medical mask detection and the temperature check part. So we recently released a new feature in our FaceMe SDK, which contains three parts. The first part is detect whether a person is wearing a mask or not. And the second part is that when wearing a mask, it can still recognize the faces. And the third part is integration with a thermal camera so that it can provide the temperature information when a person is standing in front of a thermal camera. So let's take a look at the demo video. Okay, so first it's a mask detection part. So you can see when wearing a mask, FaceMe will show it's wearing a mask. And when you are not wearing a mask, then FaceMe engine will recognize it's no mask, it's not wearing mask. And what about you are not wearing properly, like your nose is leaked? Then you will show it's a mask NG. It's not good. It's not the proper condition. And the engine can recognize like multiple faces within one camera stream at the same time. And additionally, we can detect the faces with masks in different demographic. And we can recognize different texture of masks, like it can be a 95, it can be medical masks or cloth masks. And it can also recognize masks from different angles. So that's the mask detection capability in FaceMe. And next, we'll see the facial recognition with mask. So you can recognize it's me when I'm not wearing mask. But what if I'm having my facial mask on? It can still recognize that's me. So that can help facilitating some scenario, like for example, in the door security scenario, that even when wearing masks, you can recognize a person. So the typical cases can be like in many public spaces, like right now in the hospitals, restaurants, or in the schools. When you're entering the building, you still need to wear a mask. And it caused that many of the facial recognition system nowadays not working properly because it cannot recognize a person when putting on a mask. So our FaceMe engine can help enable the capability that even when you're wearing mask, we can provide up to 95% of recognition rate when wearing mask. Okay, and as we mentioned earlier that FaceMe is provided in the form of SDK, software development kit. So in terms of CPU, GPU, or the IoT platform, we can support a very wide range of OSs and different platforms. Like OS, for example, we explained that it can support Windows, Linux, Android, NVIDIA Jetpack, and iOS. And in terms of an inference engine, the way to help you your devices or your chip to better processing the AI computing. So we are supporting OpenVINO from Intel, and we're supporting TensorFlow and supporting TensorRT from NVIDIA, and we're also supporting machine ML, core ML from Apple. And for the CPU, GPU, and VPU, and even IoT platform, you can see here's a wide range of different chipset we're supporting. So it can up to like a high-end CPU like Intel Xeon processor or Core i processor, or all the way down to Intel Core i3 or Intel Celeron. And additionally, we're also supporting like Intel Movidius vision processing unit, or supporting ARM CPUs, or supporting Apple's A11 or newer CPUs. And additionally, a lot of AI devices today are using NVIDIA's technology. It can be a GPU, like the GeoForce GPUs, to process the AI computing, or it can be the Jetson, the IoT board, which we are supporting both. And lastly, we can also work with like lightweight IoT devices like Raspberry Pi. So here you can see with all this combination, actually, we can have our engine runs on a wide range of edge devices, all the way up from embedded system, industrial computers, servers, and to VMSs, or all the way down to like lightweight devices like a door security device, kiosk, POS, or digital signages. Okay, so that's what our facial recognition FaceMe engine supports. And we take a deeper look into the SDK architecture. So you can see the bottom part is that what we are providing in our SDK, like we are allowing you to input your video and doing image processing and doing 2D, 3D anti-spoofing. And in the SDK itself, it can detect a face or extract the face template or manage the face template database. And it can perform the one-by-one face match or one-by-n face search in a huge database. And in terms of customer side, that for example, like Leading is our customer, and their solutions are from like IP cams to NVR and to VMS software. So they can use our engine to integrate in either their VMS software or in their NVR devices, or even some of the smart IP cameras, that as long as the CPU is supported, that we can integrate the facial recognition technology easily in our customers' solutions. And in terms of model size, meaning that we are providing FaceMe in 3 different models. So the highest one is called the UH. It's an ultra high precision one. And to keep it simple, this model need a GPU to process, like for example, NVIDIA GPUs or Intel Movidius VPUs. And the model size is larger at 250 megabyte. And the recognition rate, you can see, is higher, that under 1 by 10,000 of false accuracy rate, that we can provide a true acceptance rate at 99%. And the middle one is called VH, meaning it can run some purely CPU, like for example on a regular PC or a premium higher end of mobile devices. And the model size is smaller at 70 mega. And you can see the benefit is that the smaller model size, but the accuracy rate is closer to the UH model. And the third one is called the H model, the high precision model, that is running on the lightweight IoT devices. And the model size is the smallest, while we are sacrificing a little bit on the recognition rate. And the use case for the H model is more suitable for the cases like, for example, the door security device. You're using faces to unlock your door, so that in the case your face is staring at the camera, not in an extreme angle. So in terms of the model, we are working with Leading. They are using the UH model, which on their NVIDIA devices, there are NVIDIA GPU, which can provide very powerful AI processing on their devices. And lastly, I'll go through a few IoT use cases. So you can see that right now we're hearing facial recognition everywhere. In the security applications, we can use it for time and attendance in company and use it as access control, or even in a pharmacy, we can use that to get our medicines. And the second one is in public safety area, that the police person can use facial recognition to identify a person on the street. Of course, under the law enforcement authority, they can do this. And you can also use to do things like entry country in the clearance at the border of the airport. And the third one is smart retail. So in the retail store, like in shopping malls, that you can use facial recognition to identify that who are the people walking to my store. And additionally, it can also be used in some use cases like transaction authentication or the member recognition in the retail shops. And lastly is in the banking area that it can use to identify the identity and to authorize a person to do things like transacting money or using some other banking services. So this is the FaceMe use cases in IoT. Okay, and the next part, we would also like to take this chance to introduce another new solution that actually, this is the first time we introduce publicly, because this product, FaceMe Health, we are launching next week globally, and we're taking this chance to introduce to you the new solution. So we know that right now in the COVID-19 era that we need to wear masks. We need to measure our body temperature when entering a building, and wearing a mask is creating problem for facial recognition part. So for CyberLink, we want to provide an all-in-one solution which can help different locations or different deployment to enable this type of touchless biometric identification for pandemic control in this special time of the year. So here's a glance of FaceMe Health's UI. So you can see it's very clear that when it's usually being setting up at the health checkpoint at the entrance of the building. So on the UI, you can see it's measuring the forehead temperature and also showing whether the mask is properly weared on the person's face. So in the right side, you can see the first thing shows is the identity of this person. And the second one is that whether the person is wearing mask or not. And third is the temperature, the forehead temperature of this person. Okay, so you can see this setup that it's being setting at the entrance of a building and helping the security person to identify these major parameters. So right now in most of the buildings, when we need to set up this kind of health check station or health check point, that we are having the security person to use the shotgun type of temperature measurement to check everyone's forehead temperature manually. Or some of the deployment is using thermal camera, but the security guy need to stare at the monitor for whole day to notify that whether there are the red part in the people's forehead. So this is time consuming and labor intensive, as well as like it's still having some risk for contacting under COVID-19. So we are providing this kind of seamless flow that everything can be done automatically with machine imaging, computer vision, and AI technology to identify the mask wearing status and identity verification and sense the temperature. And in addition that our entire system also integrate with our instant alert system, which is called U, that when we are notifying like some person doesn't wear a mask or some person with a higher forehead temperature, then it will send an instant messenger alert to the security person so they can get informed that this is a person you need to be aware of. So here's a demo video for this entire system. There's a identity and the mask wearing status and the temperature information. Okay, so when you're wearing mask, that it shows wearing mask or it's not wearing properly, they can all be detected. So let's do a cross check of temperature sensing data. You can see it's the same around 37 Celsius degrees. Okay, so one of the benefits for our facial recognition engine is that the FaceMe Health is that it's measuring the forehead temperature. So you can see in the video we're using a cup of hot water to test, and it's showing very high temperature. So it's not measuring the body temperature; it's actually measuring the temperature for the forehead side, which is the most common way to check a person's temperature. All right, and the entire setup for this system, we are requiring 2 cameras. One is a regular 2D webcam, and the other one is a thermal camera. So right now we're supporting the FLIR C3 thermal camera. So both of these cameras are connected to a computer, which runs a Core 8th generation of Core i3 processor. So you can see the system requirement itself is actually quite low. And with this 2 camera, then you can do things like facial recognition or check the temperature. And the working distance is around half meter to 50 to 70 centimeters. And FaceMe Health, this kind of application can be used in different places, like in workplaces or in hospitals, in retail shops, in industrial sites, or even using in factories. All right, so that's all for the first part of our presentation. And if you're interested in CyberLink's FaceMe solution, you can go to our website at www.cyberlink.com/FaceMe or contact our sales representative in different regions. And additionally, we're encouraging you to follow our LinkedIn page so that we'll keep you informed of our latest events online. Right, so that's the first part of the presentation. And next, we'll welcome Alun from Lilin for the next part of the presentation.
Thank you, Stephen. Hello, everybody. My name is Alun. I'm from Lilin, Taiwan. First, I would like to thank you, CyberLink, to give us opportunity as a customer, as a partnership, to present you Lilin solution. So I will go through very quick introduction about company profile, and then introduce you how we can use the facial capabilities, facial recognition capabilities into our solution. So Lilin Taiwan is a Taiwanese company. So we are a global manufacturer of IP video camera, recording devices such as NVR and PC-based server. And we also do software development like cloud management. Our main office is in Taiwan Wuku area. And we have a 10 branch office worldwide, including USA, UK, Australia. So we are able to service worldwide customers. So we are founded in 1980. So this year we celebrate 40th anniversary. So happy birthday, Lilin. So we are having 380 employees. We have more than 10,000 customers. So, and we do a lot of partnership with integrator, system integrator, and SI and big installer. So this is a big business in Lilin core. And our company is comply with the ISO 9001 2008. So regarding the company factory, because we receive a lot of company that come into our company to do some auditing. So this part we comply for this. And we also have NDA compliance for the US markets, which require not to use banned component from China. So all this part we comply straightforwardly. And we have a very low defective rate. This is something very important for our customer to make sure that when they work with Lilin, they make sure that the defective rate is very, very low. And we're also very concerned about cybersecurity because people now, they know that any camera is subject to hacking. So Lilin takes it very seriously. And we make sure that all the tools are used to make sure that we sell Lilin camera to you, nobody will be able to see what you have in your house. So cybersecurity is very big part in Lilin development. So this is a introduction. We have starting from camera. So we have a full range of IP cameras starting from 2 megapixel until 12 megapixel. We're using Sony Starvis for its very good low sensor capabilities. We also have a range of products that are NEMA 4X. What is NEMA? NEMA is kind of certification for anti-corrosion, which means if this camera is installed in the seaside, so if it's very salty area, this camera can resist against this corrosion. And we also have NVR solution. So from 4 channel to 32 channel, we have a full range of NVR to satisfy our customers. We have a lot of interesting function. We support ONVIF and RTSP streaming. We also support P2P function. And we also support SDK because we have a part of customer, they are integrator. So they're using our system to integrate and make their own software or interface. And we also develop our own VMS software. So we have around 80 R&D engineers which are developing software and hardware. So we are able to accept different kind of video source, not only IP camera. We can accept any kind of source. So it's very good because we can make a system very compatible with existing devices like a capture card or other brand camera which are ONVIF compliant. So this is the video source, and the good part is we are able to using different kind of alarm and also using I/O control. So with this combination, we are able to customize different kind of alert according to the scenario. And we also have access control. So access control is another BU that has been created, and we support a web-based interface. So this access control are merged and integrated with our Lilin VMS. So we can do security and access control solution. And this is our development is called AIDA. So it's the AI capabilities. So in the AI capabilities, we have many functions such as traffic management, social distance, and for the facial recognition, we are using CyberLink engine capabilities for this part. And beside all the rest is developed by Lilin itself. So it's a very big part of the business, like city management, traffic, and also illegal parking or space counting. So this is some application I would like to introduce you, because people, they only remember exact or practical example. So this is first example, we call it smart health. So we are able to provide a temperature measurement solution using camera, dual lens camera, and we can able to provide mass detection using our AI capabilities, and we're also able to provide social distance capabilities. So in the premise area, if you don't respect the social distance, then we can generate alert. This is especially the case in Europe country. I'm from France. I know French people never listen to the rules. Tell them to respect 1.5 meter distance, they will never understand. So I tell you the truth. So in some countries, you need to use social distance application, and then they have nothing to say. They just listen, and after they just respect the rules. And also a smart city. This is a big growing part because many countries face the issue of traffic issue. Like Jakarta, like so many countries, the traffic is terrible unless you are very patient, but I'm not patient. Something I'm stuck in the traffic for 3 hours, I can do better things. I can go to sightseeing, but stuck in the traffic is a big issue. So, and also because it's not eco-friendly, you know, all the gas generated by this. So smart city is a big part of Lilin development. So we are able to provide license plate recognition, traffic violations solution like illegal parking. How many times I've seen we are in Taipei, and many cars, they borrow the bus station just to send their kids to the kindergarten, and they're lazy to go to the parking. But this can generate accident between bus and car. So we provide that kind of solution to increase safety for everybody. So this is what kind of example. And also parking space counting, because now in many countries, space is very limited. So how to efficiently solve this parking counting. So this is one part of AI development. And another field is about smart hotel. Now hotel is tends to be more and more digital. Before you have the paper, you have to sign with paper. But now people nowadays go digital. So everything is, we try to use the digital way to register. Like, for example, before you go take the breakfast, we have to provide a voucher. Now we can use our system to generate a QR code, which is generated to your smartphone. So when you present the smartphone QR code to the entrance, then it knows that you are the guest of this hotel and you're able to enter the dining room. So this is an example of free paper solution. And in addition of this, smart hotel includes parking guidance. How to make it a hotel 5 class. It's not because you have a guard at the entrance. This is not something. But when you enter your car, recognize you and guide you to say, okay, Mr. Lee, please park to this place number. So this is something more professional. And also factory, because Taiwan has a lot of factory. We do have our own factory. So how to manage factory part, especially the employee flow. So we're able to provide gate control automation, LED display integration. So I can display on the LED display information such as car number, car owner, and I can guide the people to say, okay, where you have to park. And in addition to this, we are able to provide access control solution. So I know that this guy can park in this place and can enter a specific time. So now I would like to introduce you about how we work with CyberLink about the facial recognition system into some practical example. So you can have an understanding of what you can do and what you can propose to your customer. So this is a diagram to explain you all the different parts into the Lilin ecosystem that interact with the facial recognition by CyberLink. So we are able to use I/O controller, IP camera from Lilin, of course, SIP phone, LED display, access control, and also we can able to control like physical door lock using digital output from the camera. And we also have our own app for the smartphone, so we can then do like kind of two-way audio for interaction. So this is a Lilin VMS software interface to show you how to add the people face. We design software to make it user-friendly because I know so many installers, they never read user manual. I'm not saying they're lazy. I'm just saying time is money. So how to make it quickly add the face into the database without spending a lot of time. So we designed a software, and so this is one part of the page, how to add the people. So we are able to manage different lists. So we support up to 123 lists, and we are able to support denied list, allow list, and different group. So an example is of facial recognition application is about residents. So many residents has their own guard at the entrance, but in some area they don't have these abilities to hire a guy to do this management. So residents is one kind of example. So let's have a look of this diagram. So you can see I'm living in this house, and we installed the Lilin camera at the entrance. So if I'm the guy living in the house, presenting to the camera, and of course I need my face into the database of the facial system, then the door connecting to the physical door with digital output will open the door. But in case, okay, let's say tomorrow is my birthday. I want to invite so many friends to come to my house to do party. So I invite them to come. So they will come, and they are not in the database. So once they're stand in front of the camera, then he's not recognized as a guest. So the guard, which is usually at the entrance or in the lobby, will see the face and can use the SIP phone and talk to the guy using our door station. So our door station is a multi-purpose camera. Not only it has a video, it has a built-in speaker and microphone, so I can have two-way communication between the security guard and the guest. So after the identity is verified, then I can use some combination on the SIP phone to open the door for the guy. So we can do what we say guest visit administration. So this is an example of what a lot of capabilities of the Lilin VMS software. So we can do different kind of action for different kind of source. So on the left side is the different kind of source we support. We support motion, we support video loss, NPRs, many functions. And on the right side, you can support different kind of alarm. So in this example, I'm using one camera that has a physical digital output. And then I can say, okay, if somebody present at this camera, then trigger this digital output for 10 seconds, and which means the door will open. Second example I want to introduce you is about hospital hand-free solution. Because when you go to hospital, bacteria, all this stuff, they survive everywhere. Now COVID-19, I heard the bacteria can survive 48 hours on the floor. So it's very dangerous area. So how to avoid and how to use Lilin solution to make their job easier, especially when I see in the USA, the nurses keep working 24 hours and they have no rest. So we have to find a solution to solve this solution. So using the same architecture, we can, using the facial recognition to say, okay, this nurse can go to a specific area and the door will open once he comes to the area. And the good thing is because you not only necessarily need a camera just in the face, you can use dome camera installed on the ceiling. So we are able to manage angle from the top to bottom. So not only just face-to-face recognition. So it's very convenient because most of the hospital, and I mean, most of the building camera is installed on the ceiling, not in the wall. So we call it no contact. And one other example is called AUSB identity to enter premise. Many times people, they want to use somebody identity to go some area, especially when it is sensitive area where there is maybe money or a company treasure like archive or sensitive information, or also CPU sensor. So a lot of things that are very sensitive. So how to prevent this happen? So in this architecture, we are using a card reader and combined with our Lilin camera and using the facial recognition system. So when a guest approach an entrance, so based on this, one people should have his own card, like employee card, and is able to go to specific area. So we are doing double verification layer security. So not only face recognition, but also access control management. So this is the page we designed for the access control. We want to make it very easy for our customer because everything is visual. So visual people, you see, on the left side is the picture from the access control database. On the right side is the picture taken from the facial recognition system. So in this scenario, my name is Alun. I have my own card and I go to the entrance. So I stand in front of the camera or a camera from the ceiling. And if I wipe the card, the system will do verification and face matching action. And if it finds out that it's the same person, then the windows stay in black. And in addition to this, the camera from another angle, like for example, we have a PTZ camera. Using the I/O control, we are able to say, this PTZ camera can go to my direction and stop for 10 seconds. Because it's very important in some sensitive area, one camera is not enough. You need to have multiple cameras to have different angle. So in case there is an incident, you can see what happened during when I came to the entrance. And also in addition to this, I can say to my VMS software, which is maybe using 16 channel display, to switch to specific channel, put in a full screen. So this is good for security guard people. They don't have to do it manually. It's automatically. But in case I'm using somebody else's card and I want to enter an area which is not my area, the system will do comparison. So now it say, this is not, I'm not using John I am Alun and I'm using John Carr. So the system recognizes I'm Alun and compare. And in this case, the window will turn red. And this can do some overaction. Same, camera will go to specific preset. The channel will go to single screen, maybe 10 or 20 seconds. And this time can be customized up to you. And also I can ask the I/O control box to turn a LED display or LED for 10 seconds, or I can connect a buzzer. So it creates an immediate action for the guard which is on site. And this is the access controls event search. So we are able to search all the past event with the snapshot inside. And the last one I want to introduce you is about branch office management. So we used to sell our system in many company that has branch office, that has multi-site management. So, or like security company that has multi-site to monitors. So in this case, let's say we have different branch. So we have N branch, and every branch has 1,000 people. So in the architecture, every branch has its own facial recognition server. And in the HQ, there is another computer using a server which manage all the employee information. So the HQ knows every branch employee information. So let's say I want to go to the branch A. So I belonging to the branch A, so I can enter the branch A office. So this is normal scenario. My camera recognizes me, I can enter. But what if somebody from other branch go to branch A? Maybe he has to join meetings or annual meetings. So in this case, the branch A server will ask the HQ if the people is existing into the database. So it checks if it belongs to the company. If yes, then the people can enter the branch A. But in case there is a stranger, he tried to enter this branch, he's not recognized by the system. So in this case, we have two actions. First one, he cannot enter. So you have to go. Second, the guard can manually add this guy into the database list. So to make it belongs to a safe list. So we are not only live recognition by using CyberLink engine we can do, but we can also do face playback capabilities, because it's very important. If you are able to search, you need to be able to search in different kind of way. So the first way is to use name search. So by using our VMS software, you are able to search specific name on specific channel and a specific time. So this is the playback interface of Lilin. So you can see it's very user-friendly. And on the right side, you can see all the event happen. So little bug. OK. And we have a new function interesting. It's called face trace search function. So this is in case you want to search somebody which is in the database, but you would like to know where this guy has been entering from. Maybe from the entrance, from the building, from the warehouse. So by providing one picture to our search tools, he will list all the events and you can do the playback on this time. So this is one example. But the second example is more interesting, is if there is unknown person, and this is good for mall, for public area, where you are looking for somebody that has been considered as suspect. Maybe there's an accident or there is a robbing. So you provide picture to the tool, and the tool will search into the record how he entered the area. So this is very interesting. You don't know what's his name, but you have the picture. So this is like in a movie. You know, when you see the movie, you are able to do this. But now it comes to reality. You are able to do this. It's not just mission impossible. This is mission possible. So in addition to this, we also do, because COVID-19 pandemic is terrible. I have many friends abroad. They are fighting some people lost their job. Some people, they have this temperature issue. So because of this, Lilian designed a temperature camera for the COVID-19 area. So it is a little small case, and it's very small. It's very small. It's like size of my hand. And we are providing double lens solution using MLR chipset. So this is not, you can sell it everywhere because it's not banned by any government. So we're not using Chinese component inside. So we are able to provide a quick solution for our customer to do temperature measuring capabilities. And also it can be installed in the short distance. So we recommend 50 to 80 centimeter distance. And we also support PoE and DC 12 volt. And we are able to do some action like a smart event or multiple alarm output. So this is an example of what we want to prevent, because before you have to have a guard to measure the people temperature, but we want to prevent this happen because maybe this one is positive, but you don't know it, but the guard is risking his life, and sooner or later it will become positive. So how to prevent this? We can use our camera to replace this. And we also have solution. So we have different kind of combination. The first one is combining our camera with a Lilian NVR, which has the PoE built-in port. So you can use 4 camera combined with this NVR, and you can show the temperature information, and it shows lives. So you can do some quick monitoring, and it's very easy to operate. And doesn't need to have, like in some product, you have a thermal camera. You need to have somebody to stand on the side 24 hours. But our system is automatically. It records the data, and you can do the playback and search by temperature. And if there is an alert because it's exceeding 37 degrees, all is kept into the system. Another second solution is using the same camera, but using our server that has the AI capabilities. So we are able to show if this person has a mask or doesn't have a mask, but temperature is exceed 37 degrees. Sorry. And we are able to search by temperature or by event. And in the later, we will also support, in addition to this, facial recognition combined with mask. So, which means I'm alone, I have temperature issue, and also I don't have mask. So this is what Lilian's trend is going. So I would like to show you one quick video of how our temperature camera is working.
Please wear a face mask. Please wear a face mask.
So to resume, Lilian facial recognition can be used in multiple scenarios, including residence, access control, hospital, and building. So we can do customized solution for our customer to make it very unique. So if you have any inquiries or would like to know more about Lilian solution, you can contact our different branches information. So you can check on this here on different address. So one again, I want to thank CyberLink that's invite us to share and for all you guys. So I really hope you guys first stay safe and wear a mask. Okay, so this is my time.